Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I had to pull out my jacket today, y'all. It was a little crisp this morning. Just a teeny tiny bit of crispiness in the air this morning. It's fall. Finally. Although in the days of climate change, you wonder, is it really fall? Yes, the sun is creeping towards darkness. Yes, that's happening. But also, climate change is real, and it's still like 90 and 100 degrees places where it just really shouldn't be. But just like that, it is the last week of September, and here we are, very quickly approaching the peak of the Virgo phase of Mutable Madness 2019 and the new moon in Virgo. I must say though, I'm really feel like the planets could have kept the other phases of Mutable Madness and like just gave me this one, but then like this one is the shortest phase of all. Like, I'm really just so disappointed in that reality. I'm so disappointed that the Virgo phase is the shortest. Why? Because, like, for me personally, Virgo's great. I'm so productive in Virgo. I'm like, writing just flows so easily when there are planets in Virgo. I mean, I started the People's Oracle when Jupiter was in Virgo. I mean, I just, anyways, I'm a broken record, but the truth is that, I mean, I repeat stuff and then other people start saying it, even though they didn't hear me say it. They did not even hear me say 1 + 1 = 75, but they keep trying to add 1 and 1 until it makes 75. That's not my fault though. Those fools know math. They know math. They do. But for some reason, they keep trying to make 1 and 1 = 75. And so I'm just going to sit here on the sidelines and watch them give themselves a brain aneurysm trying to make it add up. What do you do when it don't add up? Hey, Kaylin, welcome back. Congratulations on your life and your healing that is in process, my friend. What do you do when them shits don't add up? Like, what do you do? For real. Like, when someone is saying 1, doing 2, believing 3, like, what do you say when it doesn't add up? Like, when someone tells you that this is what they want, but then they're doing something totally different, but then, like, their whole belief system is wrapped around something else. Like, don't lie, you do it too. You do it too. But this is the thing. Every one of these stelliums that we've been through so far, thank God we get a break after this Virgo. Not gonna lie. It's gonna feel a little bit like normal once this whole stellium starts to break up. I'm really excited about it. We get a couple months off, right? But the thing about these stelliums is that basically, I should turn down this street. The thing about these stelliums is that it really helps us. It's almost like an intensive, right? Like, an intensive is when you like sign up for a class or course or seminar or workshop, and like for like 5 days straight, 5 hours a day, you are focused on like doing this really particular thing. And so these stelliums have been like intensives. That was a spit, sorry. Hopefully it didn't get on any of y'all. Right? We've had these intensives. Our first intensive was in Cancer. And that one in July was like, oh, you have a body. What do you do with that? What do you do when you have a body? You feed it, you clothe it, you put a shelter over it. Hopefully you listen to it. But then if you don't listen to it, That Cancer stuff, turn the volume up real loud. Like, can you hear me now? You remember those commercials? Can you hear me now? Right? Yo mama was like, can you hear me now? And some of her was just like, sorry to that woman. That was funny, right? Some of us during Cancer season were like, sorry to that woman. Others of us during the Cancer stellium, rather, were like, hearing you loud and clear, mother, right? But then we got to Leo, and let's just send up all the praises and blessings for the last of this dumbass Mars in Leo transit. Sorry, y'all. When is that over? Tomorrow. Woo! Woo! Today is the last day of Mars in Leo. Woo! Good riddance. Goodbye. See your ass later. I won't see your ass till 2021. Mars in Leo. You go back to from whence you came. You are no longer welcome in these here premises. So, yeah. So the Leo stellium, though, of which today is the last remnant of Leo. This is really a cause for celebration, because I know you are tired of these men. Jesus. Tired of these men who can't tell their mouth from their asshole. Who think that just because they said so, it must be so. Right? Like, just because I said the hurricane is going to Alabama, the hurricane is going to Alabama. Don't you see it on this map? I said so. Foolishness. Absolute foolery. Woo! Leo needs to go goodbye. This is what I'm saying, though. This is what I'm saying. Like, people still be like, oh wow, Leo loves their hair. Like, this is, okay, let me just rant for like 2 seconds here. Let me just rant for 2 seconds, because I got tripped over the edge this morning and I didn't tweet about it because I'm working on myself. I told y'all when the sun entered Virgo, I was going to be a better person. I'm a better person, so I'm not tweeting about it, but y'all going to hear about it right now. And what you're going to hear is how the fuck is Leo and Libra, or yeah, Leo, Libra, and Taurus all the same. Every single time we're in, quote, Taurus season, Libra season, or Leo season, people start talking about, aren't you so beautiful? Look at your hair. What are you going to make? What are you going to do to make yourself beautiful? What's beauty to you? What's love? What's pleasure? Like, how are all three of these signs the same? One of these signs is not like the other. Two are related, but they got different daddies. You see what I'm saying? So Leo is not like Taurus and Libra. I wish they would stop it. Leo does not care about your fucking hair. This is not Leo. Like, Leo is, I'm the boss. I said so. You do what I say. I'm, right? Like, Leo is, I get to determine who, what, when, where, why, because I am sitting in the seat of authority. Try me, right? This is not about vanity. The sun is, I want you to go outside and stare at the sun, and then you tell me how you feel. Ain't nobody staring at the damn sun, talking about how beautiful the sun is. Nobody's doing that. People are staring at the moon. I knew there was going to be a carnival soon. Did I miss it? I hope I didn't miss it. I got to take my kid to the carnival, y'all. Ooh, maybe it's this weekend. Okay, anyways, right? But Libra and Taurus, one is air and one is earth. Like, come on, let's use logic. Let's use reason here. What does Libra have to do with beauty? I just don't get it. It's an air sign. Like, it's air. It's like concepts, ideas, language, consensus. Taurus is the behavioral, not the behavioral. I would say Taurus is the aesthetic consensus. Let me tell you something real about Taurus, and I'm gonna go back to talking what I was talking about. So I just had to get this off my chest. Let me tell you something real about Taurus. I'm gonna tell you a story about a young man who has Venus and Jupiter conjoined in Taurus, right? This young man is the princess and the pea. Have you ever heard this story of the princess and the pea? This is the woman who is trying to go to sleep on top of 7-Eleven mattresses, but she can't go to sleep because it's one pea up under the first mattress. This trick is so finicky and so out of control and beside herself that she's like, I can't sleep, there's a pea in my mattress. This is fucking Taurus. Let me tell you, I can't sleep because there is a pea under my mattress. I cannot eat. There's a speck in my food. I can't breathe. What is this in the air? That's Taurus. Like, please miss me with the Libra. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled program here this morning. We are talking about these stelliums and how each of these stelliums have been an intensive for us. They have been an intensive training focus on a particular area of our life with particular people. Cancer, which peaked at the new moon in Cancer at the end of July, was all about your mama, all about your body, your home, your shelter, your immediate needs. Cancer was like, I don't really care about your long-term plans. I don't care about your ambitions. I don't care what kind of order, structure, routine you're trying to put into your life. What you need to deal with right now is insert whatever immediate need issue that arose for you with your mama, your shelter, your food, your illness, your body, right? And then Leo came along. And Leo came along was like, I am man. I say it is this way. Who argues with me? You are fired. You do not bow to my authority. You no longer, right? That whole thing where whoever that dude was that was working for Trump offered his resignation, and Trump was like, nah. And then the next day Trump fired him because I said so. I am the boss. I am big man. I tell you, boss. Me, authority. Right? This is Leo. The best side of Leo is being an intellectual. It is trusting your own perception and judgment. It is being able to embrace a healthy sense of entitlement where you're not rebelling against your daddy. You're not trying to be your daddy. You are stepping into your own authenticity. You do what you do, not as a reaction to somebody else's perceived control over you, but you do what you do because you are in touch with who you are. That was Leo. Leo was like, listen, man, I know your daddy did this and that, but you don't have to be your daddy. Not only do you not have to be your daddy, you also don't have to like rebel to him, against him, right? You can conceive of a self, hello full moon in Aquarius, that does not exist in reference to who he was, who he is, who he was not, who he could have been, who he should have been to you. You can conceive of a self air, right? This was the full moon in Aquarius. You can conceive of a self that does not exist in reference to that man. The best part of Leo season was Keke Palmer of the Leo stellium was, I would not recognize that man if I was sorry to that man. I feel like that is a Leo move. Sorry to that man. Your authority, whoever you think you are, has no reference, relevance to my life. Sorry to that man. That's what I'm going to say from now on whenever something's in Leo. Sorry to that man. Okay, so now, these sunglasses are giving me a headache, but it's so sunny. So now we are talking about this Virgo stellium, which like just started September 9th, and now already it's like peaking, because come tomorrow, Tuesday, September 24th, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, all in Virgo at the same time. Let me just tell you that this doesn't happen. This does not happen on your regularly scheduled Virgo transit program. It don't happen in 2018, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, and so on. It just does not happen, right? What does happen is that planets kind of gradually move through signs at their own pace. But like this year, for some odd reason, they all decided to get together and tell you about your life. Now, in my theory of the world and astrology, Leo is actually, well, I wouldn't say Leo. The sun as a planet, especially in Leo, is kind of malefic. The sun in Leo is like, no one else exists but me and my perspective, my eyeballs that I see out of. No one else's eyeballs exist. Everyone else lives as an extension of my eyeballs and what I see. So now when we get to Virgo, this becomes about logic. This is logic. This is logic. The thing about earth signs, which is a very huge contrast to the Leo fire that we're exiting for a while come tomorrow, is that earth signs are functioning in the world as it is. Their job is not to change the world. Earth signs' job is not to enforce their will, impose anything. Their job is not to say this is right or this is wrong. It's not about judgment. It's not about morality. It's not about what I can or should do. There is no ethical anything here with earth signs. Earth signs are about taking stock, preserving and assessing the world as it is. This is so important. I want you to refrain from putting judgment on this, that someone who functions to assess the world as it is not someone who is devoid of conscience, devoid of a moral conscience, devoid of ethics. Someone whose function or job is to assess the world as it is, they're the person that can say, this stick is 12 inches long. It is the color brown. I'm going to put this in the pile with the rest of the 12-inch sticks or the rest of the brown sticks, right? This is about classifying, organizing. This is about saying this substance has shown itself to be poisonous to humans. You should not consume it. Hello, e-cigarettes and people whose lungs are inflamed because, they've smoked some contaminated vape or something like that. That's Virgo's job. Virgo's job is not to say, this is wrong, this is right. Virgo's job is to say, it looks like it might be vitamin E as the substance, which is causing people's lungs to do stupid things after they smoke these vapes, cartridges, right? That's Virgo's job. Virgo's job is to say, August 2018 was the hottest August on record ever, because I have been collecting data since such and such, and the data says, right? Virgo's job is not to ask you whether you felt like it was hot in your city, whether it was the hottest summer in your lifetime, right? This is not Virgo's job. Virgo's job is to collect the data and analyze it. Now, because Saturn is in Sagittarius, there's a provocation here. There is some beef. Somebody is not happy with these numbers. Somebody is like, why the fuck are we counting white children and why aren't we counting black children? Why are we counting Mexicans but not counting the Irish? Why are we doing tests for clinical trials on white people but not black people? Do these drugs work for black people? Right? The provocation here, and this is just to remember, in case you don't know, in case you've forgotten, in case this is your first time here, all the visitors, please stand up and Usher will come and bring you a visitor card. But the cornerstone, the whole point, the culmination, where we are headed is all around Saturn and Sagittarius into January of 2017. We are reaching the end of this particular transit, and it's going out with a motherfucking bang, okay? It's going out with a bang, because we are going to have our last stellium not in Libra or Scorpio, but in Sagittarius at a solar eclipse on December 26th, and that stellium lasts well into January of 2020. So all of these stelliums truly are passing through, offering intensive opportunities for change and growth, also tragedy and loss. Everything is not growing. Some things eventually die, people. But for those of us who are still here in our mind and body and spirit, it can be an opportunity for growth for us. So everything passing through in reference to Sagittarius is basically saying, but why though? Like, for real though, but like why? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you talking to me that way? Why are you counting those things? Who do you think you are? Right? Like, we're talking about religion. We are talking about convictions, our beliefs, our politics, our morality. And so when Virgo provokes Saturn, which Mercury was the first Saturn. Hi, Anaka. Mercury was the first planet to provoke Saturn in Sagittarius yesterday. Venus is going to do it this week. The Sun is going to do it like next week. And then Mars is going to do it sometime in October. Don't ask me the date because I don't have it in my brain. But all these provocations are saying, yo, like, what's really behind your data? So what ends up happening is that some people are like, you know, your numbers are biased. You're just saying that because you're liberal. You liberal, the liberal agenda, the gay agenda, the black agenda, right? You hate men, right? This is all of that protesting around trying to ascribe intention to someone else's data, right? But then at the same time, people who are more progressive minded and interested in a politics or theology or doctrine of liberation, these people are asking about the data in ways, hopefully, that lead us to deeper critical thinking. Now, just to reiterate all of the things that I've been saying up until this week, I'm really sorry, but no one cares about your numbers, right? Leave the numbers to the scientists. Scientists, and this is what I just said this morning, and I think this is so poignant. This is so the meat of the Virgo phase of mutable madness in a collective sense, that climate change has a PR crisis. What's a PR? Public relations. It is how you tell the story. I keep saying this, and I'm going to say it repeatedly. No one cares about your data. No one cares about your numbers. No one cares about your statistics. People who find value in data and statistics likely already agree with you because they've sought out the information and they frame their world and their belief system and their convictions in those terms. Most people don't care about numbers. Most people are driven by relationship and identity. They are not driven by data. And so as long as people keep talking about climate change in terms of numbers and data, no one is going to care. Now, I say no one, of course I care, you care. There are a whole bunch of people who care. But the issue is, it's the difference to care and have concern and to change your life, to impose and seek change in the world around you based on this deep thing you understanding that we are in crisis. And so I'm going to say this for everyone. Whatever your issue is, whatever your horse you're riding, the drum you're beating, the soapbox you're standing on top of, the hill you want to die on, no one cares about your numbers. People care about relationship. People care about community. People care about belonging and fitting in, being validated, right? And people care about preserving. People have pride. People have pride. People have a sense that this is who I am, and I want you to see me this way. This is what drives people. Data does not drive people. I'm sorry. It does not. So again, where does this apply in your life? I know you want, I know 1 + 1 = 2. And I know you keep trying to tell those people that 1 + 1 = 2. And for some reason, they keep 1 + 1 = 75. And you cannot convince them that 1 + 1 = 2, because it's not that they don't know math. I keep repeating this because I know that eventually you all will get it, and then other people are going to start saying it because it's relevant. It's the way this works. So this week we've got a new moon in Virgo. I'm going to be doing my new moon tarot divination on Wednesday of this week, which is going to be the 25th of September. Also, for those of you who do not follow me on Twitter, I will be offering pre-recorded astrology and tarot readings. I am only offering 5 of each per month, because if I offer unlimited amounts, I'm not going to have time to finish up the 2020 sidereal astrology guide. I'm not going to have time to take calls from people who want to sit on the phone with me and have a dialogue and ask questions and give feedback. So I'm offering 5 pre-recorded astrology readings and 5 pre-recorded tarot readings. Each month, the official announcement and link is going to go up on Wednesday. However, somebody already saw the link because they went to my page and booked it. So there are only 4 pre-recorded astrology readings left. So, you know, I don't know. Hopefully they'll still be there by Wednesday when I had planned to make the official announcement. What else do I want to say? I'm really excited about the 2020 sidereal astrology guide. This one, I'm constantly improving on the previous year. So I think one of the major differences between this one, between the 2020 guide and the 2019 guide, is that I'm taking the idea of these fill in the blanks and I'm expanding it to make it a little bit cohesive and to make the transits more, to make the fill in the blanks more fit inside of larger narratives rather than this here means that, right? So really to try to pull the narratives of the year together and help you synthesize the information so that you can perceive the emerging story of your 2020 in your birth chart. If you have never, yes, this is going on YouTube. Hold on one second. I got to turn off my Wi-Fi so that it doesn't try to connect to my house. Hold on. Come on. Yeah, big picture. Other than that, oh yes, I'm going to New Orleans a week from Sunday, and like nobody signed up for my workshop. I have like 1 person participating, and so this 1 person is going to like have the time of their life unless somebody else signs up. So the link is in my bio if you're in New Orleans or you will be in New Orleans and would like to attend my sidereal astrology workshop, sidereal birth chart workshop. I'm gonna be giving away so many tips and stuff that you would not have access to otherwise. So you should come. I am going to put the link in the description of this video on YouTube. The link is in my bio. The link is on my website. It's everywhere. orcle.me/NOLA workshop. And that's that on that, my friends, saints, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining me here today. Hope you have a happy Monday. Say goodbye to Mars and Leo for me. F that trick. Ho. That's all I have to say about that. You guys have a great day. Bye.